Yep, just water on my keyboard here. And the freaking table, too. So here it is, the K68 from Corsair. It's pretty much a K70 from way back when. If you guys get in the way back machine, we can go back and look at the K70, and it's very similar to this keyboard with a few minor differences. This one is pretty much waterproof. I'm saying it's pretty much waterproof. They say it's water resistant and dust resistant. And what they've done is they've got the Cherry MX key switches in here, and they're the gold plated, so they should last for a gazillion years. You know, they're really high quality cherry switches in here. And the red switches are also linear, meaning you don't feel a bump. A lot of people love these for gaming. They just have they're smooth all the way down to the bottom, and they bottom out, and they're not that loud. They can be loud if you slap them really hard, because they have a higher pitched noise than like the Cherry MX Blues, which are louder and clickier, but that's what you got right here. So Cherry MX Reds, you've got your media keys over here on the side. You don't have the big roller like you used to have on the old one, but you've got the mute, and you've got, they're all digital buttons now instead of the analog roller. Then you got your, stop and all that stuff right up here. So all your media keys are up in the right corner of the keyboard. Then you have your Windows key lock button for when you're in games. You want to make sure you do not accidentally smack the Windows button or the super key if you're in Linux while you're trying to hit control or something. So you can turn that off very easily with the button right here. No need for function keys and stuff. And then you have your LED level button right here. So that's not all you can do with the LEDs. You guys can go into the software using Q software and program, different lighting effects or whatever. It pretty much works with all the different lighting effects, but it's only going to be red. No RGB here. So all you guys out there who just really, really hate RGB, just everybody go crazy in the comments being like, thank God, finally. So sick of all this color. You could just, right now, now is the time. It's appropriate to do it. You can comment before the video is even finished. And then I'll remind you right now that all the stuff that is RGB is pretty much the same type of product. You can disable RGB or make it all one color. So I do like the print on these keycaps. That's my personal opinion as far as the aesthetics go. Otherwise, metal has now gone to high quality plastic, but it feels almost like metal. I mean, it's got a really sturdy feel. Maybe that's why it's the K68 instead of the K70. Another thing to note about this, we have a texture on the spacebar. Some people love it, some people hate it. Last but not least, we do have a detachable wrist rest right here, and the wrist rest is really nice and comfortable. It's got a bit of a different design style here, where you the separation for the right and left hand. On the back, we got rubber feet, and you can extend the rubber feet. And in the middle, to make sure this thing stays completely nice and stable on your desk, there are two, I guess, plastic feet built into the bottom mold of this. So you got the rubber feet on the side and the two plastic ones in the middle to make sure that the thing doesn't wobble or rock or anything like that, depending on your surface. Now, above and beyond the components themselves being water resistant, they've gone in and created sort of a film. You'll see that there's like a red backplate. That's actually like a red sort of rubber-ish, I'm not sure what exact material it is, but there's a film behind there, and if you pull off one of the keycaps, that it is completely sealed by this thing, and then you get your red Cherry MX switch beneath that. So that's what we're working with right there. Now, the other thing I want to mention is the dimensions on this. Pretty much about the same as all the other K70-ish products. It's 455 millimeters by 170 millimeters by 39 millimeters at the tallest point here. Polling rate is 1,000. They say anti-ghosting, but that's a misnomer. It's actually just full in key rollover on this thing. The weight is 1.12 kilograms, and just they call it a tangle-free rubber cable. I would imagine if you tried hard enough, you probably could tangle this. It's fixed in the middle, so there's no routing options to have it come out the one side or the other. It's just stuck right in the middle there, and that's it. Got the Corsair logo on top with the classy sails. If you're familiar with the Corsair products and you want something that's water resistant, if you spill your coffee or beer on your keyboard, then this is the one for you. I did that yesterday while playing PlayerUnknown. I was sitting there sipping coffee, hiding in the corner, because let's face it, the game is really hide and seek championship. I'm hiding in the corner, and someone walked into the room and didn't even notice me. They went and started looking out the window because they were trying to snipe somebody. And I'm sitting there drinking coffee, thinking I was safe, and I was like, spilled it all over my keyboard. So I probably should have been testing this one at the time. But in instances like that, exact specific instance, this is the keyboard for you. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be waiting for this in browns or blues, because I'm not a big fan of reds. But if reds are your thing, which most gamers love reds, let us know in the comments, and let us know what you think of this keyboard. Grab one of these. It's back, guys. The logo's, it's always been here, but now it's back. Get it while it's back and hot. Something, bye. It actually feels nice and cool to the touch. Maybe I should just use this thing with the water on there. We got extension cords and stuff in the floor.